Welcome to today's study skills session. The focus of today is the Cornell Notes, and we use Cornell Notes in elementary school, building up those foundations of how students are to set up their notes. They're guided by their teachers, and then they build up slowly up until high school, where they can eventually take Cornell Notes on their own. Now I'm going to demonstrate with an actual notebook. First, to get started, you want to begin with your notebook, and we want to make a larger left-hand margin here. We want to allow enough space that we can write on the left-hand side. You can use a ruler or a straight edge of some sort. I always tell my students that they can grab their planners or they could grab a folder to draw that left-hand margin. Now we have plenty of room to write on the left-hand side here. Next, we're going to write the date. The date's very important because it helps us reference lessons. This is important when you are filling out study guides and you're preparing for quizzes. Teachers may often refer to the date of a lesson, that you need to study from this date to X date. It's very helpful that you're keeping track of those lessons with the date. Next, you're going to write the title. You want to center the title in the center here. Nice and neat. Then over here at the top of the left-hand margin, teachers may write a unit number or a page number that goes with this particular lesson. Students will utilize the left-hand column for our cues or for your attention grabbers over here. This might include names of people from history, terms in science, vocabulary. They're all going to go along here in the left-hand margin. In the right-hand margin, on the right-hand side, you're going to have the corresponding notes. Notes are in a bullet point style. You'll want to make sure that you are skipping a line between each term and then the corresponding notes. At the very bottom of the notes, you're going to have a summary space. You'll draw a horizontal line where we can write a summary. As you get into upper elementary school, summaries are going to become more frequent, and then once you're in middle school and high school, summaries are just going to be best practice on a daily basis. You'll use the notes, the key terms and key ideas from the lesson to write a summary at the very end. This could sometimes be a homework assignment, and the students utilize their notes to complete the summary. This is a great review. Another great thing about Cornell Notes is you can fold the page over to the margin line, and then you've created a Quizlet. This is a great study practice for students to use. They can try to recall information from the cues along the side here and then easily check their answers. Here's an example of a finished product from an 8th grade class. We have our timeline and then the specifics over here. And we are studying English explorers, so we actually have the name of individual English explorers and then the details that students were expected to know about each of those explorers. And at the bottom, the summary is blank on mine because that evening the 8th graders were writing a summary of their own based off of the English exploration lesson. Thank you so much for joining us today as we reviewed how you set up Cornell Notes.